what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really, that early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
We go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's...
I mean...
You hold that.
Okay,
all right.
I got this. Take 2 if the joke didn't work.
Okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on.
Hey, so...
Without a doubt, Twitch was the lifeblood of the Ellen DeGeneres Show and one of the most adored faces on daytime television. But beneath the lights, the celebrity, and the effortless dance moves, there was something darker going on in the background. From what I'm hearing now, it seems like Twitch may have himself because he was starting to reveal some of the things he was forced to endure in Hollywood, such as the now famous Diddy secret gatherings, which allegedly had everything to do with Ellen DeGeneres.
What time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. And,
That's
Ellen,
my favorite answer ever.
I told you when I came on the show I was going to be completely honest and expose myself to the world.
Since Twitch has been with Ellen everywhere, people are essentially asking, did he see something? Was he invited to those notorious parties we keep hearing about? Was Twitch involved in something he didn't sign up for that led him to took his own life? Remember how it was reported that Twitch left a note behind? Although investigators who found the note did not specify exactly what it read, the LAPD confirmed he cited past challenges he was still struggling with. But here's where it gets even stranger. Online rumors suggest Twitch may have recorded something like a voicemail about what actually happened at these elite gatherings. There was serious information about Diddy's freak-offs in there. Loves, take a seat. People stated that it didn't make sense when it was revealed that Twitch had deceived himself because he had recently celebrated his 9th anniversary with his wife, Allison, by posting old photos from their wedding and commenting, "Happy anniversary, my love at Allison Hulker, number 9 years." Furthermore, Twitch and Allison were even discussing the possibility of having another child, so it didn't make sense that he just finished himself. Naturally, fans began researching the possibility that Twitch was planning to expose Ellen, so she staged his death to make it appear as though he took his own life. It also didn't help that Tedrick Hall, a friend of Twitch, revealed that Twitch was under pressure due to the Ellen DeGeneres Show scandal.
When he was on Ellen and Ellen was being canceled, people were looking at him saying, "Why are you supporting this woman?" And I think that is just a lot of pressure. Human beings are not designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, "I know." And he was just like, "It's a lot. It's a lot."
You all likely recall that in 2020, Ellen was charged by a number of former workers with permitting a culture of color-based fear and intimidation, despite her vehement denials that she was unaware of the accusations.
As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
People speculated that Twitch's stress may have been caused by the show's pressure. But the streets also suggested that Twitch might have learned inappropriate information about Ellen and other industry figures, such as Diddy. The problem is that Twitch was also close to Ellen, and she took him to many places in Hollywood, including allegedly to Diddy's parties because they were friends. As anyone who watched The Ellen Show knows, Diddy was a regular on the show for many years, and in one particular interview, Diddy asked Ellen why she never went to his parties.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I
When
invite
is-
you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one.
One thing you should take away from that conversation was that Ellen was invited to all the parties, but the only reason she never went to the parties was because they were too far, not because she found them too questionable. And what's even more interesting is that Diddy told Ellen that the parties that start after midnight are a different kind of party. And it's like Ellen knew exactly what he was talking about. This same Ellen has also been photographed with Diddy at his gatherings. So it's possible that eventually she made time to attend the parties. In fact, it's been suggested a few times that Ellen may have attended the less publicized gatherings at Diddy's house, where disturbing and potentially illegal activities allegedly took place. It wouldn't be surprising considering we are talking about someone who was caught up in that Wayfair drama about selling furniture at very high prices with children in them. So at the time when the scandal was making headlines, it was reported that the cabinets were being sold at up to $10,000, and they had names associated with reported missing persons, such as Naraya Yitza Somaya and Olivia. And you know what, Ellen was right in the middle of this scandal. So yeah, with Diddy's trial going on, fans are beginning to connect the dots, and they totally see how Twitch may have come across some very incriminating stuff, especially if we consider the allegation that there was a voicemail that allegedly exposed Diddy Child to a lot of people. It makes more sense that he was forced to unalive himself because he came across dangerous information. But hold on, you know who people are saying would have even more information about Twitch, possibly recording a voicemail that exposed Diddy his ex-wife Allison Hulker.
It was a really scary moment in my life to figure that out, but it also helped me process that he was going through so much and he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that, and he was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone.
See, when Allison noticed that Twitch was not home, instead of calling the police, she went to them like she already knew something bad had happened. Then there are interviews she did months later, which a lot of people found emotionless, and said that she overshared. Actually, in one of the interviews she did not so long ago, Allison said that she was with one of her really dear friends, and they were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for Twitch for the funeral, when she uncovered a cornucopia of substances, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances. She had to look up on her phone, hidden inside Twitch's shoeboxes. Based on what she said, she believed she and Twitch had very honest communication, including about his marijuana use. In fact, she said that at night, after their kids went to bed, he would quietly slip into their guest house to smoke or drink. She said that was his alone time, and it was his time to recharge. And that was okay, but she never expected to find the things she found in his shoeboxes. She added that Twitch was behaving withdrawn in the days before his death, taking less showers and smoking morning and night. He informed her that he was going through a difficult time, but he was quite cautious with how he phrased it. Additionally, Allison stated that she looked through his journals in an attempt to find closure and clarity after his death, and discovered that her husband had kept painful secrets from even those closest to him. According to Allison, he was struggling with a lot of emotions inside of himself and was attempting to cope with them by self-medicating and avoiding putting them on anyone because he loved everyone so much and didn't want others to share his pain. Additionally, Twitch mentioned being assayed by a male figure during his childhood in a number of his journal entries. which may have affected him until the day he passed away. Allison has been criticized on several occasions for not only acting shady and knowing exactly what was going on, but also disrespecting Twitch and his family members by oversharing and acting suspiciously. After claiming that she doesn't care about the non-disclosure agreements, Darielle wrote on Twitch, "This crazy woman made me and his actual family sign an NDA just to even attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refuses to let the Boss family see the children only to exploit and lie on my cousin. Hell no." Darielle added that in contrast to Allison's attempt to suggest that Twitch wasn't an addict, he did smoke marijuana and was making an effort to stop, but he wasn't some junkie. Additionally, tWitch's brother stated on Instagram that his mother and grandparents were attempting to cope with Twitch's passing, but had been treated disrespectfully and cut off from family matters. He did not specifically name their mother. Dre said his late brother's 3 children had had noticeably limited interactions with their grandmother and the wider family. According to what he said, the reason why Allison was not letting them see the children was because the family did not agree with some original terms of an NDA she presented the family to sign now. I don't know what was in the NDA, is that she was forcing family members to sign, but sources have been revealing that there was so much more than that. In fact, people have been saying that since Twitch died that Allison is hiding something, so now we're left asking, what exactly did Twitch stumble into? Was it just the pressures of fame, or something more sinister beneath Hollywood's surface? And then there are the whispers, those persistent rumors about Diddy's infamous secret gatherings events. Only the elite got invited to, but few ever speak about. Did Twitch attend? Did he see something? Or maybe even record something he wasn't supposed to now? I'm not saying I have the answers, but I sure would love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments section below.